Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellows discuss a book club, bedside self-defense, and the tan lantern. Now play the music, MJ. I know I will give you guys some gross facts once in a while with a Rasputin dick or a duck vagina or what have you, but hagfish slime is really something else. Hagfish slime is the shit.
What is it?
Yeah, why?
Hagfish is that ugly looking fish.
You know what it is? It's ugly
looking
looking
fish.
fish.
It looks like a human face, kind of like.
No, it's like Mitch McConnell.
Sort of like an eel or like like a Mitch McConnell, but maybe like also part of a large intestine at the same time.
Yeah.
And then they have these glands all the way down the side of their body that will spit out mucus if they are in the least disturbed. In the least.
Wow.
And this mucus mixes with seawater to form it expands 10 million times its original volume. Like every single thread in it spreads out and grabs seawater.
So you don't want these to be your upstairs neighbor.
No, they'll be dripping all over you.
What happens after they grab the water?
Like a shark tries to bite them, tries to eat them. They instantly, in a fraction of a second, release this stuff, and the shark is choking, can't breathe, and this will kill some animal.
Does Aquaman have this?
I think he has a visor of some sort.
Does he poof out some
slime? I think.
What? It's a valid question. I didn't see the movie, but if I would have,
I thought pretty sure you saw the.
You did.
Pretty sure you saw the movie.
Both of us were here.
Yeah, we were all watching.
We all watched it together at the same time.
We watched Aquaman
in Orlando.
Yes.
In Orlando.
Only thing I remember about Orlando is welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. That makes no sense. To my right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
We never had to parallel park the whole time.
And to his right, Mr. Danny. Take a drink, Tamborelli.
Yeah, that's me.
And my name's Jeremy. That's me. Thanks so much for tuning in to this here podcast episode where we talk about animals and goo.
It doesn't have to be a hagfish slime. I'm just thinking about how advantageous that would be if you were to ejaculate that. You know what I mean? You could probably put out a fire.
Oh, God.
Did we really see all of Aquaman?
Is this...
I'm willing to say that you might have missed some of Aquaman because there's isn't there things where Willem Dafoe, doesn't he do something to the...
He's in the movie?
Yeah.
I have his chair.
You have Willem Dafoe's chair?
An old one of his, yeah.
What does it say on it?
It's just comfy. It was Danny's chair for a long time, and then
it was my chair for a while. Guys, let's see what this telemarketer has to say.
Okay, great. Oh,
maybe there's something here.
Progressive Care is a South Florida health services.
South Florida.
In Florida.
We're talking about
you shouldn't have mentioned Orlando. That's Central Florida. Thanks, Progressive.
Man, crazy.
Well, wait till they pick up.
No. It was you let it go through the recording?
I put it on speakerphone and don't say anything.
Yeah, I usually
you were
do
the
that
one
too.
bragging on an episode about talking to them and doing all this thing, and then you build up this thing.
No, I usually just listen, and then I go silent. I don't need.
I'm sure we'll get
them to
another.
have my voice.
I'm sure we'll get another rude interruption.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sorry, I thought maybe there was going to be some podcast gold happening there. If an actual person had said something, maybe it would have been
This is what it would have sounded like.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. Anywho, did you want to make $10,000 the hard way?
Hi, it's
or
Lisa
the easy way?
with the reward center. Lisa, there's not a reward center, and you can't be returning my call because I never called you.
I never called you.
I got sucked into one of these things about 2 weeks ago. I got a phone call, a message, and they made it seem very... Did I talk about this at all?
Urgent?
No? Not urgent, but you won something.
Urgente?
You were at the Barclays, you signed something, and you won something. I was like, that sounds like me. Not even thinking that maybe I didn't sign because I was at the Barclays.
I'm a competitive MMA fighter. This sounds like me.
So I get the voicemail, and the translation's horrible, but it basically says, you've won from signing something at the Barclays.
Oh, you got
you
looked at the transcription.
Yeah, before. Called him back, had to give him all this information. Not like credit card stuff, but they already had it somehow or another. I guess because I filled out the form. to get a free shirt or some shit. And
this is real then.
This is 100% real. And then
meaning this is the Barclays that contacted you, or the
that's okay. In my mind, that's exactly what it was.
Okay. Joe Barkley called me up and said,
you have won a flight to either Las Vegas or Orlando. Oddly enough, you have Mike has his work knives at the Pod Dude. So you have won a flight to Vegas or Orlando, which is very polar opposites to me because it doesn't make sense.
Do I get to choose?
Yeah, I did, and I said Vegas immediately. So
sorry,
they
Orlando.
said all you have to do is come to this hour at 1.5 hour thing where basically they're going to try to sell you something, and then they say no, we're not trying to sell you anything.
Timeshare, right?
Not timeshare, something I don't remember what it was, but I was like, all right, I'll go to the Barclays on Sunday for an hour and get 2 free tickets. Fine. Marla had to go too. I set it all up.
2
I told
free
Marla,
plane tickets to Vegas, right?
And she was instantly like, no. This is no. And I was like, no, it seems it has they said Barclays.
Was it Navient or something
said
like
Barclays.
that? Was it like the Was it like the Christian healthcare?
No, but I'll
multi-level.
So basically, they said they're going to send an email with all the information. I was like, great. And they sent the email like 4 or 5 days later. I had at that point been like,
Wait, after you spent your hour and a half at the Barclays?
No, I didn't do it yet. Oh. This was just the lead up to get into the to get into the meeting, to whatever it was, the hour and a half bullshit.
When you win, yeah.
Yes, very. And so I didn't give them like credit cards. It was all the stuff that they already had from this form, and I didn't add anything. I didn't,
Favorite Major League Baseball team.
It's not like I'm giving my credit card stuff out. But and for the record, it is 3-4. No. So I get these 2 emails, and it says, meet us at Hempstead at 11 a.m. on Sunday. And I was like, no.
Hempstead?
No.
Were you going out to Long Island?
No, I am not. If I don't have to. Doing, obviously we go there to do tour stuff. But so I saw the Hempstead, and I just started dodging the calls. And I was like, fuck you guys. Not going to go to Hempstead. And if it was at the Barclays, I'd do it. I'd just sit there for an hour.
Saying, Jeremy, we have all this information on you already.
Oh, they were hounding.
We know about your favorite.
Hounding me.
What city will have you now, Jeremy?
I'll go in your place.
Oh yeah, is the reservation still open? Because Danny and I could go.
Okay. First of all, the name of the company is Global.
GLOBAL?
In the email, it's GLO space BAL. So the first name is Glow, and the last name is Bal.
Yes,
Global.
This sounds like a setup.
Yeah, it says Global Reservation Center, 101 James Doolittle Boulevard, Uniondale, New York. Uniondale, sorry.
They're out east, yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Jeremy and guest. I need to confirm your attendance for Sunday 4/7 at 1. Blah, blah, blah. And then it says, you went, you know what I mean? So anyway, after I saw the Long Island, I was like, what? You never mentioned Long Island once. You never mentioned anywhere other than Barclays.
Why do I have to go to Long Island for you to sell me stuff that I'm not going to buy? You could just as easily sell me stuff I'm not going to buy in Brooklyn.
Exactly. Easy.
Right? Why do I have to travel to say no? I could just say no right here.
You could just get on the train at Barclays.
I just got a call from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I shouldn't have hung up on it. I should have listened. I did.
Oh, and they said, come on, get on the Long Island Railroad. Get on the Long Island Railroad.
I sent it to, I hung up because I've been getting a lot of spam.
Sorry, I'll get one, lads. Don't worry.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the thing. 19 a day, guys. That's what's the goal.
That's your average?
Is that what your doctor recommends, or is that over?
I don't know.
That's over, isn't it? You shouldn't be having that many.
Yeah, but anyway, the long story short. Oh, I did get a voicemail, though.
Are you going to go...
3 seconds.
You going to go to Vegas or no?
I'm not. Well, if I do, I'm going to pay for it on my own dime, because I'm not going to Uniondale to sit there for an hour and a half and have them pitch me condos or whatever they're pitching me.
Yeah, but there could be great condos, Jeremy.
You can go. I'll give you my ID. It's going to be a stretch. But
I'll be guest. You be Jeremy, because they're used to that. You guys use each other's logins all the time.
Here's what you would get: 2 round-trip airfares, 4 days, 3 nights accommodations, 2 tickets to the Blue Man Group or Cirque du Soleil show and similar in Las Vegas.
What?
Or
You've
there's
seen
an
both
or.
of those already?
No, because the Blue Man Group took over Nick's studio, so fuck them.
Well, that was the other thing. Or 2 adult tickets to SeaWorld or Blue Man Group in Orlando or similar.
Sorry, SeaWorld reminds him of Free Willy, and Blue Man Group reminds him of
Yeah, this is like a nightmare. This is a nightmare vacation.
You're the one who wants to go.
And worse than that, people are going to be calling him Mr. Balin the entire
Oh, that would really upset me, too.
I'd love that, though. I'd love that. You also get a $100...
Nobody ever calls you Mr. Balin. That's why, unless you're in the police station.
dining deal card with access to over 250,000 offers and a $50 Visa.
Wait, how do you split $100 250,000 ways?
What?
Fractions?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how Richard Pryor got paid in Superman 3.
During the entertaining and informative 90-minute vacation preview, oh, you're a fuck.
Vacation preview.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to get.
Yeah. You will learn
After you give
inside
us your credit
information
card information.
from the leaders of the travel industry and how to save when traveling. You will be amazed at the savings you can receive.
Bring your own seatbelt.
The next sentence by itself with spaces on top and bottom. This is not a timeshare or real estate offer.
Because they knew my reaction. They knew my gut reaction. And aren't you lucky that you got Marla to say, no, this is a scam?
I've been finding recently that I should just listen to her from the get-go. Because a lot of times I don't. Have you done this?
What?
With your gal?
Listen to them?
I have my own
Do
way
we need to have a conversation? I've been listening to women that I've been dating my entire life.
No, I think he's talking about.
No, I take their. I'm belly up all the time.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't done that. Well, I have my way of doing
belly
things.
up to the bar or go belly up to show submissiveness.
No, I go belly up, show submissiveness.
Gotcha.
You can figure it out. That's fine with me.
No,
I got a whole other thing to talk
balls,
about later, which is watch the Michael Jackson documentary. Speaking of belly up, that's a tough one. Anyway.
Not here to defend himself. Not going to watch it.
Oh, you watch it and you won't be defending him.
I know that. You know what? I'm just waiting for the Michael Jackson LPs to get a little bit cheaper in the record store. You know, the Bill Cosby ones.
Oh, yeah, you can get those dime a dozen. Yeah.
But, you know,
yeah.
Too many people watch the Michael Jackson documentary. The sales are going to plummet, and then I'm going to pillage.
You're just going to
records.
Demand.
Yeah, then I'm gonna get up all those records, and then I'm gonna
Rub them on my belly.
No, then I'm just gonna start a campaign to like freshen up
rehabilitate his image.
Him.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm going for the OxyContin family's approach of doing
Sackler.
business.
You gonna kill the Sacklers?
So, yeah, the Sacklers.
Is that who just got arrested?
Who got
arrested for the one of the execs for that were pushing
fact check, Jeremy. Dan, I know.
I'm just saying that's what I would do.
Jeremy,
taking
while you're
the Michael
fact-checking.
Jackson records and buying them when they're dirt cheap, and then
this is exactly my Christmas tree stand idea. This is exactly the same thing.
What, you just buy it in June? It's not a genius idea.
No, it is. People throw them away after Christmas, and you get them all and you store them in
Who
a.
throws them away?
I see. We've talked about this on 4 episodes.
I would like.
You devoted
Christmas,
a quadrant
every-
to it.
Yeah.
You would spend more money on your water bill keeping all those trees alive.
I
even
don't
think
want
you
the
would be able to
trees.
do
I want
that.
the stands. It's about the stands.
Yeah, but think about all the dripping and the trickling, and then the cat getting in and out of things. And
all I'm taking is the stands, and I'm going to resell the stands.
okay, so Jeremy, I salute you for taking this bold stand, but I can't really tell what it's about. Like, what are you standing for?
Well, I was just trying to compare my genius $1,000 idea to your genius $1,000
Billion.
idea.
Oh, that's a billion. That's a $1 million
The
idea.
book is right here, and that is not going in there.
Low billions.
What?
It's not $1 billion idea. It's a
could
$100
be.
idea.
It
No, you
could
don't
be.
know that.
Yeah, it depends on how many
Yeah, but
Michael
no-
Jackson records he
That's
buys.
what I'm saying.
I have Thriller.
He had a lot.
I'm worried about getting rid of it. You know.
You're worried about getting rid of it?
Yeah. I'm not only like I'm a good home, and then I'll get rid of the record, and then it'll go to some other home where it might be abused, taken care of less well. So this is a trigger warning, obviously, to some of our fans. Michael Jackson, yeah, kind of a weird guy. I don't know. There's a lot of people who are weird. Like, you could say, I don't like Picasso, and that doesn't mean that you're going to go on strike against him because he was like,
Pablo Picasso was never called an asshole.
that's not
Well,
accurate.
in
Definitely some women called him an asshole.
In that frame of reference, you would be a billionaire. That is $1 billion idea. If you were going to save Michael Jackson records and save them, like, for instance, the artist you just mentioned, you would make $1 billion then.
Yeah, but that was before the era of mass production. That's the difference.
True.
Yeah, that's they're
I'm saying if you stored some
millions
Picassos.
and millions of copies of those records.
Yeah.
So they're everywhere.
And the
And
bed,
Danny's hoarding them.
And I'm going to hoard them
and
all.
the bed bugs that
Just like
one bedroom apartment.
I mean, look, you get fooled once with all the Bill Cosby records I bought, hoping that they could rehabilitate him, but that was
yeah.
not the case.
Why'd I buy all those Pogs?
Oh, been a lot of Pog talk recently here. I think they're making a comeback. There are, you were saying it, but everything 90s.
That's
is
weird. I'm just getting a phone
coming
call
back.
from a Pog telemarketer. Should I take? Nah, I won't take it.
No, I don't
If
think
you want to leave us a message, please call us at 347-470-8150. at the Seltzer King Studios hotline. Let Danny and Mike and Jeremy know if you approve, if you don't approve, if you've gone on a timeshare.
$3.99 a minute.
It's not a timeshare.
Minimum of 10 minutes.
Oh, hot talk.
Mike will make sure that you get all the things you need.
Maybe the ghost of Michael Jackson will call us. Who fucking knows?
It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, as the only person who has met the guy in the room, I guess we have a certain set of opinions. You probably have a whole nother set of opinions.
You guys want to defer to me on this? I really don't remember meeting him too well, except it was inside a limo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that changes everything.
Why? Because there are no cameras?
You haven't seen the documentary? No, I'm kidding. There's nothing about it. There's nothing about a limousine, but
And that's when he pulled up in the limo. Oh, no.
so
I don't remember a lot about that day, says Mike.
yeah.
Blacked out.
No, you weren't blacked out. You were just in a limo with Michael Jackson.
I wasn't alone.
Yeah, it was your family, your mom.
No.
Really?
What,
See, that was the whole thing about this documentary. Was
It's not it's not Michael Stipe and pulling down his pants in front of Danny. It was, I think Macaulay was in there too. Yeah. Yeah.
The guy who insulted.
So I had a chaperone.
Yeah.
And Danny said, and when Danny said whatever too.
Yeah, I did say whatever. Dan.
Whatever.
The guy said, Danny said whatever.
It was a cool hat though. Primus hat?
It was a Guns N' Roses
Guns N' Roses hat.
Jeez, have you even watched the show?
I have, and it's every photo he's in as a kid is a Primus hat.
Well, yeah,
That's fair.
that's true.
That's fair.
And we just posted another one to our Patreon.
It was a good hat.
That is U2 as Ma and Pa Kettle with long necks.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that American Gothic is some serious neck action.
Big time. Big time.
Yeah.
I got to subscribe to Patreon to see that then, because
You're going to have to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we have to pay ourselves $1 a month.
No, you need at least 5 to see that.
Oh, to see that?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's 5.
Feel free to support us on...
Yeah, so go to Patreon and tell us exactly what everything is, because we
Yeah, let us
obviously
know.
don't know.
Yeah, we need to
forgot.
get our story straight. Come to patreon.com/Danny
Danny
and
and
Mike
Mike.
with...
Just Danny and Mike, I believe.
Oh, there's
I
no
haven't,
and? Oh, well.
Sorry, guys.
Damn that other Danny and Mike for swiping our URL.
Danny and Mike with the and spelled out.
That's right.
Patreon.com/Danny and Mike with the old and side. What's going on? What else
The
is going on,
old
gentlemen?
and spelled out. That's what it is, guys.
Besides putting out a fire with hagfish slime? You saying other than that?
Terrible.
You,
Kate got a run in with not robocalls, but she got a phone call on Monday that was her number calling her. So it came up like Caitlin Detweiler in her face. And she was like, what the? I guess I'll pick it up. And they're like,
these spoofers.
hey, it's Verizon. And they're like, we need your account information. And she gave it to him and was like, we're going to call you back in 30 minutes. And then she hung up the phone and was like, oh, shit. Blamed it on pregnancy brain, which happens.
Which is a real thing.
It's a real thing. But here's the kicker. Little Junebug already got mom's back because she has pregnancy brain. She gave them all the wrong information.
Oh.
She gave them the wrong
somebody
4
else's
letters,
account
the
number?
wrong 4 numbers of her social security,
Oh,
the
God.
wrong PIN number,
Oh, this is
everything.
wonderful.
Oh, that's
This guy's
awesome.
got absolutely nothing.
Wow.
We just went in and just changed our passwords and stuff into the account. But I can't believe that they can do that. That they can just they can grab your line and it shows up as you. Which, if you're calling yourself, is it the Matrix? Is it something else?
Right. There's a glitch.
Like you got to. I think you got to take that call.
Say hello.
Hello.
I am available.
Is it me?
I am available for an hour and a
It's
half to look at
me.
timeshare.
You only take that call if the picture is a little older. You only take that call. What if it's the same picture? You drop it.
Why if it's younger you saying don't make this mistake?
Or
That's
that.
how you know.
Or
That's
but if
great.
it's younger, you probably don't have an iPhone. Well, I guess if it is, maybe first gen, 10 years ago before,
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I'm back in the same stage that I was working on 10 years ago. The stage I was working on for Fringe. I'm back there for
Yeah, you're
back at Silver Cup East.
you're,
Back
you're best boying.
your old stomping grounds. No,
Yeah.
I'm a rigging gaffer.
Oh,
now.
you're a rigging
Yeah, I'm rigging the stage. The stage is not a pretty place. A lot of things go on, and I have to do with some of those.
I don't know why they just didn't leave all the stuff there.
Because everybody has their own specific way of doing things.
They use the deck from Elementary.
Oh, good.
The deck from Elementary still exists in stage D. So normally when you walk into a stage like this, everything is like brand new. There's still like pitch leaking out of some of the wood type of stuff and resin, and everything smells of this new wood. And then you walk over, and then all this wood on the deck from Elementary is just like rubbed smooth with 8 seasons of people hating themselves working with Kevin Giannicelli, my old boss, who's now retired.
It's true.
Shots fired.
Hey, but there are also some good people on that job.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have put in 3 very long days of work the last couple days, and I slept most of the day because I don't feel well, and I feel like I'm dying.
Feel like you're dying?
Well, just slowly, slow decline.
Do you want us to leave? Would you like us to?
No.
Pull like
I mean, we're 30 deep here.
When cats are dying, they decide that they don't.
They usually make themselves alone, right?
Yeah, they're like, I'm out of here.
Right. I want to be alone for this.
Yeah. I don't want you to see me like this.
Right.
My neighbor in college, I found his cat like behind the barn, dead. I was like,
Did you tell him?
Yeah, I told him because it was a couple days that he was looking for the cat, and I was like, found the cat, and it's dead.
Yeah, good news and bad news.
Good news and bad news. Found your cat. Bad news is I ate him.
Whoa.
Because it was cold out. He froze, and I was like, I should probably learn
survival skills.
Yeah, it tastes like.
For when I inevitably get deported to Alaska, like Chris McCandless. Shout out to a book I read when I was a senior.
What is this?
Was that Into the Wild?
Was that Into the Wild? That wasn't when I was a senior. It was much later, but that
much later.
That's what I'm
younger.
It was
Into the Wild.
I was much younger.
You're kind of like, wow, Emil Hirsch. You sure you just want to do that, bro? Yeah. Pretty sure you might die.
Don't go in the bus.
Yeah, don't go in the bus.
Did you see the movie? You never saw the movie.
Bus. I never saw the movie.
Great. That's a great movie.
Spoilers.
Shout out to Eddie.
I mean, I read the book.
Yeah, the book was great.
I got to catch up on some book reading. I've been getting books as gifts and things like that. I bought myself a book. First time in a long ass time that wasn't a comic book, and
not a graphic novel either, like a real book.
You mean a trade paperback? That's what I meant. Yeah,
trade paperback.
What if we did?
I called them. I fully called them graphic novels until I was like 30, and then probably heard it from Uncle Pat that they were called trade paperbacks or something like that. At least solid.
It really smooths it over. It really de-nerdifies it. It makes it more like you're like
solid 30
an accountant. You know, CPA has to go through to get
the trade.
Yeah, I got my new job in the trade paperbacks.
Yeah, it was actually a cover band. It was a tribute. But the trade paperbacks are just like an Elvis Costello cover band. I couldn't. This like phone, TV, tablet, computer, screens obsession is definitely getting in the way of my book reading. And I'm not an e-reader person. I really can't stand that idea. And of course, we know our first $1 billion idea ever here on The Adventures of Danny and Mike was an e-reader that smells like old books.
That's right.
Yeah, it's in the book.
We still haven't developed that one, so just bumping it up to the top of the list there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got to let go. Just got to let go a little bit. Put the phone down. Don't worry about
It's hard.
Don't worry about the chuds. And
don't worry about the chuds.
Don't worry about the chuds will be there when I get back.
They will be there when you get back.
And I'll have no problem reading.
It's also better for you, man. It's better for your health.
For your health.
It's for your health, man.
Why don't you start a Danny and Mike book club? Marla just started a book club for crappy Bravo celebrities, which she likes, so why don't you start a book club for...
I don't want to antagonize anybody, so I'm not going to name any names.
No, you don't want to do a book club?
I don't want to do a book club.
No,
I'm not talking about you.
I'm talking about crappy Bravo celebrities.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't... Yeah. But that's, that's her thing. That's
Thanks.
She enjoys it.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Do you want to be a crappy Bravo celebrity? If we have the opportunity...
Yeah.
Just saying, we have a Twitch. Right. We have a Twitch channel coming, so, like... My MCM's book club could be a thing. I'm just putting it out there.
MCM's book club.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have books that I need to read and books I've been thinking about.
I have a vivid memory of being on the set of Pete and Pete and Mike having Blue Velvet, like, was that not a trade paperback, but that was like, it was like a graphic.
Oh, no, a velvet glove cast in iron.
Yes, velvet glove cast in iron.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was very naughty. I remember it being pretty naughty.
It was like a super bizarre graphic novel that I think I got from Catherine Diekman. She lent me Probably like a Dan Close. Maybe she didn't give me Ghost World, but she lent me a couple of she gave me a couple of she lent me a couple of Tank Girl comics and a Velvet Glove Cast and Art.
Velvet Glove Cast. I don't know why that like always stuck with me.
Like a Velvet Glove Cast in Iron is a graphic novel by American cartoonist Daniel Clowes.
Yeah.
The book follows a rather fantastic and paranoid plot, very different from the stark realism of Clowes' later widely known
weird.
Ghost World.
Yeah. Well, it's also not like David Boring, which is probably my favorite one, which I want to make a movie of, and I'll never be. I don't want to do it.
Why not? We have a Patreon.
I'm aging. Well, that's true. I guess we could fund it.
Unless you want to shoot it on webcams, then
we'll shoot it. Can we shoot it on little Aukies? Yeah.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
It's a freaky thing, and it was a good time for me to read it at that age. You know what I mean? Just kind of blew my mind a little bit. I didn't have a concept. You know, I'd read New Mutants and X-Men classics and all that type of shit. The Spectre, like we talked about comics with. But this was something else, and I was grateful, and it was at the right time. Else. You know, listening to the Replacements and not quite getting in all the trouble I could.
I still look at. We've changed our bedroom around a little bit. We're getting ready for Marla to move in the next couple months.
Oh.
Or not the next couple.
You have to move all the furniture?
Yeah.
Is that how you do it?
I tend to clear the decks. That's how
Do you have like a bell or something, like a cowbell? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. But now I'm staring at all my comic collection every night when I go to sleep, and I'm thinking maybe I should just grab one and read it while I go to sleep, put it back. You know what I mean? Let's revisit my childhood. So maybe that's my own book club. I'll start.
See, there you go.
It's a good way to avoid sex.
Also, shout out to Green Lantern #5, which came out recently and had a very touching tribute to John Schnepp in there.
You showed me. You showed me. It was really cool.
Amazing.
It's excellent.
So if you have a comic shop near you, and
there's a lot of lanterns. I don't know if you knew, but
it is a Green Lantern.
There's not just Green Lanterns. There's like all the other lanterns as well.
Beige.
Okay, you got me.
Beige Lantern's like the office worker.
Tan Lantern.
And he does like
His
very
name is
simple.
Tan Lantern,
yeah,
okay?
The Tan Lantern. And he does like very mean, like his saves are not big, but they are saves. That's the bottom floor.
Tan Lantern is the protector of Pompano Beach. Tan Lantern.
Oh boy, works in
this wave you shall not ride.
Shall not pass.
I can't believe you didn't refill the printer when it was out of paper. Yeah. So I will do it with my mind.
There was an All That character that I did called Boring Man, which he was a superhero whose superpower was boring the villains to death.
Oh yeah.
What was your sort of first attack?
Oh, first attack was just you could make eye contact, and then I just started talking about really boring stuff like the GDP of a small country in Asia.
For the listener, both Mike and I just
fell asleep. Yeah. But it was, I was in the superhero getup. I would wear a dance belt.
And spandex,
Danny,
bro.
for the listener, Danny just did this.
I did. Just like caught up, and being 16, 17, 18. Your body's
changing.
Yeah. It's not just it's just there.
Your mind is changing too.
Everything's changing. So you're very self-conscious.
Like a bird song.
A dance belt. That's really committed to the bit.
I had to wear a dance belt for that, and I had to wear a dance belt to be Helga Schlumpenfist, the German bodybuilding woman. It's one of my favorite characters.
Do you remember the accent for that one?
Yeah, it was just like.
Did you wear braids?
I had braids. Yeah, I had red braids on each side. It was a wig.
I'm a Pippi Longstocking.
It was definitely a Pippi Longstocking, and they would have. I could get angry, and they would they would get straight.
Oh, really? So it was a rig.
She was just very nice and talked like this all the time, but then
don't get her angry.
And then she gets angry, and I would just flip out and break shit and do that. But I had to wear a dance belt for that, and it was
you could see the green shoots of comedy even then.
Again, something that was just like I gotta wear a dance belt, and I'm in these pink leotard.
But you used it. I don't know if
you could get away with it.
You
now.
used it as part of your performance.
You can still make fun of
the Germans.
Western European countries.
Oh, you're
really
narrowing. It's been narrowed down.
The only thing it's that and Russians. That's really where you're at.
You're saying that we can make fun of the
Otherwise-
French? We can make fun of the French,
Yes.
the Germans.
Yes.
I feel like Poland is too far east now.
I mean, people have been making fun of Poland for so long. I feel like it's
Yeah, give it a
grandfathered
break.
in.
Is it over?
It's grandfathered in.
Well, then it might just be old hat. You
It's
know,
like
passé.
it's like the it's going to be May meme. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to see it. It's over. It's
Well, I
overdone.
feel like people have been making fun of Polish people a lot longer than it's going to be May meme.
And that's what I'm saying. If that's old, if that's getting
Right.
old, then the Polish joke.
I'll tell
And
you
I
what.
never got it's gonna be May. I always thought he was saying me with a funny accent.
I don't know.
It's gonna be me.
I don't even know what it's about because I'm not a.
It's just a Backstreet Boys reference or an NSYNC reference.
It sounds like he says May.
NSYNC. My mistake.
Shout out to
May.
Joey Fatone.
yeah.
We are
Sorry,
very.
Joey. I'm glad that you helped in creating that song.
Yeah, absolutely. I have no ill will towards Joey Fatone. I think he's. Doing
I don't
great.
either. I don't either.
It's unanimous.
It's unanimous. Let's get him on the pod.
Even though he did screw up my car. That's
Yeah.
another
Oh,
story.
that was
We'll
a great
talk about that
story.
on the podcast.
Contractually obligated not to talk about that.
Oh well, too late.
Yeah, I screwed
I
up.
can't edit anymore. I
You
forgot.
can't edit that
No,
out?
I forgot.
Well, I guess I'm fired.
I'm bleeding from the knee. It's a little misty today in the New York City, and I went to get my medicine, which I'd been lacking. And
Don't you get that delivered?
I don't. Do you?
Doesn't a guy on a bike deliver that to you
Different.
with a beard?
Different.
Oh, different medicine.
Went to
okay.
Rite Aid and
Sorry.
put my foot up. I was traveling at my New York walking speed, which
Scoot
is
speed.
scoot speed. And I put my foot up on the metal part of the. Shut up, Danny. I put my foot up on the metal part of the curb to
To
get
tie
on-
your shoe,
No,
or-
to get on the sidewalk. I was just walking, and my foot went,
Zoop.
and I just went sort of face and elbow, palm down, and my brand new jeans ripped a hole in them.
Oh,
And it's not the first time I've done that.
I think I've been wearing the same jeans since this job started. I
Yeah?
wash them, but I don't put them in the freezer like Danny's jeans.
Hey, man, I thought about doing that. Yeah, I thought because I had just recently sent a very spirited letter to Levi's and wondering why the crotches of my jeans all rip out.
My crotch is actually totally good. It's right past the crotch.
Different spot.
Well, no, this is just them reinforced jeans that have the extra in there.
Oh,
And then right past that,
See,
right where the reinforced
they
ends,
make you pay for the extra.
right where the reinforced ends, that's where the holes
that's
are.
where it starts.
Well, I had the bike seat beats the hell out of my jeans.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's my response back was, "We have a 1-year warranty. You're welcome to send them back." And I was like, "I'm going to send this box of 6 pairs of Levi's to you. What are you going to do? Tell me they're out
What
of
were you
warranty?"
doing wearing 6 pairs of jeans and falling
I
down?
just wanted to try. No, it wasn't about falling down. It's just like somehow, for whatever reason, it must be how I wear them. It must be
You
a
don't
flaw
pull
in the
your
jeans.
pants up high enough.
Well, something or another. Yeah,
So when
crotchless. All of my jeans.
Are you going to sue?
No,
here's the thing.
Judge Judy.
I have
possibly.
documented footage of you
Jeremy slumping?
trying to light your own fart in an old man boobs
Oh,
video.
yeah.
You don't
Where
have
you're
any of that.
sitting there, where you're sitting there trying to light a fart with a pair of pants with the same huge hole in them. If that happens in all of the jeans that you wear,
It might be you,
it
bro.
has to be you.
It's got to be you.
I think it's Levi's.
I guess you have stuck with the same
It was
brand the whole
main.
time.
Yeah, no. I'm
So
a brand,
it could be-
I'm a protected brand type of guy.
Well, maybe we're going to have a trial where they're going to assign liability, and it could end up being like a 50-50
Yeah,
liability.
I'll take
It
that.
could-
I'll
no,
take-
it could cancel each other out.
I'll
Are
take
you
2.5 pairs of jeans
All
out
right.
of those 5.
Okay. But
Yeah.
did you? They all wore out crotches
I'll show
inside
it
of
to you.
for the Patreon subscribers. We're definitely going to put up Jeremy's crotch holes.
That's going to be a new tier.
God.
Yeah, that's going to
Help
be
with yeah.
Can you Photoshop our faces in each one of the holes?
Yes.
We just 6 more hours of
The
work
answer
for
is yes.
Jeremy.
That's okay. That's the kind of work Jeremy enjoys.
This is the work
I have the
that
time,
I
man. I love it.
really love
Yeah.
because that's what a
Don't-
podcast producer does.
Mike's just randomly playing
Yeah, I
with his
don't
I
like
came
that
straight
Mike's
from
playing
work.
with a knife.
I came straight
I'm
from
really
work,
not
so I have
into
my
it.
tools. Jeremy, you have a tool. You have a knife too. Here, Dan.
Now we
Here,
all
Dan.
have.
We all have knives. Now we'll have a
Look, I'm going to
standoff.
cut myself. I'm not playing with this
Okay.
thing. I don't
No.
want to play with it.
Oh, the dad skills are already working. Look at him.
What does that mean?
Hold up your knife, even if it's not out. Come on now.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I can tell. I think I told you that I found my childhood I don't know what it was called, like a Bowie knife.
Flexible flyer.
No, it was one of those. Oh, it was a Rambo knife because Rambo
Oh,
used to use them.
serrated. It was serrated, right?
But it had like the ball with the globe, the
compass in it.
Yep, and then stuff in the middle. You could saw a tree down.
Start a fire.
Found it. It's my weapon now that I keep beside my bed in case somebody tries to break into my home.
You protect your family,
And
right?
And that's when we hear local man accidentally kills girlfriend.
Right in the middle of the night because he was snoring and she elbowed him and he came back real quick with the knife.
I thought you were an intruder.
Sorry.
Thought you were intruding.
I thought you were trying to spoon me. So I stabbed. Fork, knife, and a spoon.
That won't happen, Jeremy. Don't worry about it. But seriously, be careful.
Yeah, just keep it further away from the bed. That's all.
This is from the guy who used to carry a mini baseball bat in his car.
Mini?
Right beside his driver's seat.
Was it Cooper mini
Because
baseball
that was
bat?
his defense.
That's not
Against
true.
what, road
I
rage?
think that is true. I saw a mini baseball bat in your car before.
Yeah, but it's not for that reason.
It was about road. It was about road rage. Or
No, it's because I went to a fucking ball game and I got some fucking.
It was
And you
about.
never clean your
And I
car? That's
know.
possible.
That
But
is
It was about
absolutely
playing games of
possible.
pepper. It's really about playing pepper.
No,
I think it was Danny's hit and stick part 2.
Fungo.
No.
Danny's.
I have
fungo.
beside my bed is I have a mag light that will knock someone the hell out
Well,
with a good whack.
Wow,
Okay.
it's a lot of pressure here, guys. I also my son.
Oh no, you can't use your son.
No, I won't use him as a weapon. My son like picked up some weights off his scale that I have and like hid them under my bed. He takes all my change and fills my shoes with it. Gerard takes like anything that he can reach, he plays with. So he takes all my change and he fills up my shoes. And he put all the weights from my scale along the side of my bed. So I have like, I could throw 4 ounces at you. I could throw 8 ounces at you. I could throw a pound
you're like
at you.
Gambit, but we
Yeah. Cherie,
Yeah.
you might want to take care, Cherie.
Wow.
So I want to see the day where you go to a bodega and they're like 7:06 and you're like, give me a second here. And then you just pull
your
off
shoe
the
out,
You're like,
shake a
oh yeah,
little
sorry,
bit."
I'm out. Let me look at my shoes.
Let me other one.
Other one, yeah.
7. Oh, and 25.
Yeah.
1 second. He's obsessed with the Red Clay Ramblers. He's obsessed with that record that
awesome.
we got in Gainesville, and he recognizes the Gene Krupa record that we share custody of.
Yeah.
He recognizes it. I was pulling out records from the other day, and he's going, "Cowboys, ponies, and horses, and the cows, the boots."
Oh, nice.
And so I taught him. I taught him Billy Joel's "The Stranger." The vinyl. I showed him the album, and I taught him that's the Scary Mask record.
Danny's favorite.
Yeah,
Uncle Danny's favorite.
Uncle Danny's favorite. And then he sees one more. I'm trying to remember which one it is. One of the last ones, and he's just like, "People," with Blondie's Parallel Lines or something like that. He's just like, people.
I have a great, well, maybe he's not old enough for it, but Halloween Sounds. Halloween Sounds record.
I know
from
the one
80s.
you're talking about. Yeah. He looked at the Gene Krupa record and he said, "The drum record."
Oh, nice.
So he was he was hyped for it, but he really loves the Red Clay Ramblers. And then I found this other song, and he just goes nuts, man. And he wants me to dance, and dancing just means that I hold him. He just wants to be held.
He just wants to be held.
And then we do some
That's how I like to
jumping
dance,
around the
too.
kitchen.
You could do a rig from the ceiling. Just put some bungee cords and a little seat, and you could just, that way you don't have to hold them.
Oh, sort of like a snorry cam,
Yeah.
or a steady cam.
Or like, yeah, exactly.
You know the snorri cam, right? That was very cool. It was like and it's on a string.
Oh, yes. They still use those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he would have a lot of fun with that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I keep getting change. Keep finding change in all my pouches.
So what, since we're doing kid updates, what have you, I think you didn't you do a
Ultrasound?
Ultrasound since
Got an
we've
MRI
been
or
here?
anything?
Oh, yeah.
Got some dad stuff going?
97th percentile, they say.
Of what?
Of what?
Size.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's great.
So
That's great.
How's Kate doing?
she's doing well.
Besides the obvious
We're all-
giving away her account information.
Besides giving away her account information. No, she's doing good, man. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because something's got to give
Oh.
at some point. It's been
Well,
way
yeah, there
too perky and way too good. and
No,
way
there used
too
to be
easy.
like 2 people in your apartment, and then there's going to be 3.
No, I know. But I'm just saying in terms of like feeling bad.
She's been
pretty like
perky and chippy.
Yeah,
Is what you said? Chippy?
no, just good. Like
It's
no
not-
real like
It's not-
normal like pregnancy symptoms.
Sure.
Like she's not feeling like
vomitous
super
or
tired.
bloated
like
or
she doesn't like her ankles aren't like swollen and shit. Like she's still going up and down 4 flights of stairs.
She
It
may
takes her a
enjoy-
little bit longer, but
she may
like,
enjoy getting pregnant, man. You might have to have another kid right
Well,
away.
just wait for number 2 is going to be everything that you're missing.
I'm not even going to say anything about Irish twins.
You guys are going to move into the firehouse so you could take the pole down.
That's a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea, because Mike and I are so tight. Might as well bring your lady into the mix too, into the whole family,
Go ahead.
because Adele is gonna encapsulate my wife's placenta.
Whoa!
We're gonna have a little like one-on-one, like birthing class and
You
all
might have
sorts.
you might
of
have
stuff.
a yoga for labor
Make
workshop.
a yoga for labor for yoga workshop, as he says.
Wow.
But I just find it
So when
pretty amazing that that's
do you guys have mics and cables and stuff there, or should I bring them?
what?
No?
We're not gonna.
No podcast.
We're not
Oh,
going to
okay,
stream.
great. Sorry.
We're not going to
I don't
stream.
think so.
We're not going to stream
No
the
live
yoga for
streaming?
labor.
No, you're not.
I was just wondering.
Look,
Workshop.
we can do a time lapse of Adele encapsulating the placenta. if
Yeah,
you like.
I mean, I don't see why. Like, Kate should be happy. She's married to a great guy. Her 1-year wedding anniversary is coming up very soon.
It's right now.
It's
It's
not
this
amazing.
weekend.
It's not like she got married and then her husband walked out on her while she was pregnant, like me.
oh
so
man.
no, I mean, like I think Adele handled the pregnancy incredibly well. I wasn't there for her the entire time to support her,
Right.
and she still did it like a champ.
Yeah.
But she was also extremely informed about it beforehand. She's very well experienced, so
Right.
it's good for you guys to talk to her to at least
Yeah.
get
No,
some
it
of
was
that
very, very enlightening.
rubbing off on you.
Very enlightening. I like that she told us to stand our ground with doctors and what they say sometimes.
Oh, word up!
Because it is true. It is like such a, and even before she mentioned it, I'm pregnancy and like doctors and the hospital and all that shit. All they want to do is cover their own ass and make sure
Absolutely.
they're not liable for anything. So is it easier?
You talk about over testing.
Just everything. Just like,
Let's
like
order more tests.
yeah, order more tests, more ultrasounds, more money here, more money there. Ooh, you're measuring big. We'll probably have to do a C-section. I don't really want to do a C-section.
yeah. You got to stand your ground.
Like that costs a hell of a lot more money, but it's easy to schedule.
Well, not only that. Yes, that's what
It's like, oh, instead of waiting around, like we're gonna tell you when to come in, and then you're gonna have your baby, as opposed to like just letting everything happen. Because
by nature.
the
Right.
more you let it, the more control that the doctors and the hospital have over what goes on,
The
the
less
easier it
margin
is
of
for
error.
them, the less liability there is for them. Like, yeah, we tried to do a natural birth and then something happened and we had to do an emergency C-section and something happened and now this patient wants to sue us. And the easy route would be, hey, we think your baby's going to be big. You're going to have a C-section now because we can control it and then you're not liable for anything.
There's a lot of
And it's
there's
kind
a lot of
it's
pull.
kind of fucked up.
Well, there's a lot of push and pull in there because there's definitely that. There's definitely the over medicalization, larger hospitals being in larger and larger networks that have more and more money behind them, so they have assets that can be attached. It's sometimes you have a doctor that's impatient,
yeah.
that doesn't want to
Oh,
hang out and
totally.
say you're having your C-section, and Adele has had to fight doctors about that in the past.
It's crazy.
Everybody's individual cases,
Yeah.
is unique. So
yeah.
even though there are some pretty universal things you can take from birth to birth.
I'm
Birth to birth.
gonna have all this great if I ever.
That was Tim Allen, right? Birth to birth.
I do that
I'll
sometimes and I
leave.
hate it. I do that where it's like you hear a countdown and in my head I'm like dun 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 dun, and I don't know why,
Son of a
but it's my
bitch.
childhood and what are you gonna do?
Yeah. It happens.
Kind of growing up with sitcoms, you had two kinds. You had the Midwest sitcoms, and then you had the coastal sitcoms,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And they're very perceptible. You had like, where did In different strokes, where'd they live?
Oh man, city?
They lived in New
New York
York,
City.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like Full House, where'd they live?
San Francisco.
There you go. It's 2 coastals.
Webster. Chicago.
There you go. On a coastline of a lake, on a lake shore.
Golden Girls.
I want to say San Diego.
Florida.
Florida. Oh, you damn. Sorry, Carrie.
Coastal.
Coastal.
Yeah, Coastal. But then you got
Little House on the Prairie.
Home Improvement. Little House on the Prairie. Right in the middle somewhere.
Right in the middle somewhere.
Drew
Knight Rider.
Drew Carey.
Wherever there were cool landscapes to shoot the car driving.
That's Southern California.
Definitely.
Drew Carey show.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
All the way.
Rocks.
Mistake
Yeah.
by the lake.
Yeah. It's the cheapest place to live, though, right now. I did read that.
Is it?
Yeah. And the most expensive.
What about South Bend, Indiana? Mayor Pete Buttigieg, his
He said it was the cheapest?
no, like his mortgage is like $450 like a month
Oof.
to live in the middle of Indiana.
I bet he does a good.
I mean, we've been to Mishawaka, Indiana.
Hey, man,
it's no South Bend.
I've been looking at real estate in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. You can get, maybe like double that for a sweet mortgage, like $700-800.
I hear you.
For a place with a couple bathrooms and a couple bedrooms,
And you're
a whole
so-
property.
And you're so close to Christ's birthplace, you think the tourists would be a pain, but no, you can gamble at the Sands.
Yeah.
You can roll some steel at the Foundry.
You can watch Bernie doing Fox shows at.
Was there a town hall there? Oh yeah. Bernie did the Steel Stacks town hall. That's so freaky.
So weird.
What else happens in Bethlehem?
They make good beer. There's a place called Bond Brewing, and they're like right there. And
Are we
then there's
going
also,
on tour?
There's also a distillery there too. That's has a place called the Social Still. They're doing cool shit, man. I like Bethlehem. I think Bethlehem's cool. I think it's close enough to New York. I think it's close enough to Philly.
I think though.
I think it's close enough to Harrisburg.
But the sitcom would have to be about Amish. You know what I mean? The sitcom would definitely be Midwestern, not coastal. Any sitcom that takes place in Bethlehem.
Yes.
Any family show.
Yeah.
Family Matters. Family Matters. Where'd they live?
Chicago.
Also Chicago.
What about Wings? Oh, this one's going to be good.
Are you kidding me? You're looking it up now.
No, I'm not.
Seattle.
Is it Seattle?
I don't know. This is about planes.
Frasier.
Seattle. Can I make a confession that will probably lose most of the listening audience? I've never liked Frasier. I've never watched it, and I consider Kelsey Grammer kind of repulsive.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean,
it's just his
it's
voice.
okay.
It's just his voice.
Yeah, he's
That's
very
okay.
very proper. That's why the Niles Crane fit was just perfect. Because his brother
Is he making a Frasier
I'm making a
reference?
Frasier.
I can't tell what
He's
he's
making a
talking-
Oh, I'm so
reference.
sorry. You're not Frasier fan.
No, it's like everybody likes Frasier.
David
I was
Pierce.
afraid of Dodge Vipers. Because of Kelsey Grammer. I was
The
always
commercial?
I was just afraid that a Dodge Viper was going to end up upside down in my front lawn
Because of Frasier.
because of Kelsey Grammer drunk driving.
Oh, drunk driving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, for many years I couldn't travel on Long Island because I was scared Billy Joel would kill me in a DWI.
I always wanted to see David Letterman going 150 miles an hour
On the
up
Merritt?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Just like us. What'd we do? 90 up the Merritt. We were almost there.
I'm not aware.
No comment?
No comment.
I'm pretty sure we had a super special, sweet minivan deal.
I'm pretty sure that was the case.
Pretty
and
sure.
at some point in the very near future, I don't know, say May 17th ish, we're going to be going up north again.
Are we going to be in Connecticut? No, we'll be in Buffalo.
We're
going to
go to Buffalo,
That's
New York.
true.
Community Beer Works, ladies and gentlemen. Come see us in Buffalo, New York, May 17th, 9 p.m. doors. Show at 10.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll be at the Nickel City Comic Con that weekend.
And there's VIP packages, which get you in the door early, get you the best seats in the house, get you some swag.
Possibly a
Swag
back
it up.
rub from Jeremy.
Hey, listen, it's
Wow.
Let's just
Are
see
you
how.
offering back rubs
Let's
now?
just see how it plays
did
out. We're
not
just
come
saying,
out of my mouth.
not ruling
but-
anything out is what he's saying.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it'll be a little fun jaunt down memory lane.
Can you think of any TV shows that took place in Vegas
Yeah.
besides that show Vegas?
SVU.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vegas. No, but there was
Got your
one.
Law and Orders. Yeah, sure. All your murders happen.
NCIS Las Vegas.
All your murders happen on the coast.
Murder She Wrote,
But she traveled all over.
New England, right?
I think Connecticut.
Uh-huh.
I want to say.
No, Murder She Wrote was Connecticut.
I want to say.
I feel like it's more.
Jessica.
First,
Wow.
second fact check of the day here.
Wow.
Where was maybe it was Boston. I
We'll
don't-
wait.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Yeah,
kill
we can wait. Oh, I can tell you something that happened. I got pulled over on the New Jersey Turnpike, and I I got out of a ticket because the guy recognized me from Pete and Pete.
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Obviously,
Kate-
it's still in his
Kate
mind.
was in the car.
Oh, even better. Please,
Yeah.
please, my wife.
Yeah.
She's going into labor, and
man.
I'm famous, and my wife's going into labor.
Kate,
Yeah,
Kate,
seriously.
when you see those lights, I want you to
You
put your
start
tuck your
crying.
shirt against
Yeah.
the belly.
Pull it tight.
I want you to get ready.
I didn't have to.
was the situation,
I didn't have to. He grew up around where Cranford was. So he's like, "You're a legend. You're a legend." He's like, "You got a clean record."
You peed in the pool. I know you.
Yeah, he did. He's like, "Yeah, you
Urinator.
Roselle Park."
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. He just gave me a written warning. I didn't have to pay any money.
He gave you a written warning. Well, at least he gave you a stern note.
He gave me a stern note that told me I could promptly throw out if I wanted to. He's like, "This means nothing. I just had to put it in here."
No, we don't
Also,
want to
can
get
you
on.
sign this
Yeah, we don't
DVD?
want to. You didn't autograph it.
No, I didn't. He just said, "Have a good birth."
Oh, wait, weird.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, that's better than the alternate, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude,
Have a bad
also, I've been noticing now that people are just flagrant about pregnant women and just saying like what it is. If like
Oh,
how
Caitlin and I
big you
talked.
are,
Yeah, Caitlin and I
how
talked
big
about
you
this.
are, just like, we were at a Wawa and some lady.
I was in a Wawa,
I was in a Wawa.
ordering by touchscreen.
Speaking of my new Pennsylvania life,
Yeah. And
getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
the woman at the counter goes to Kate, goes, "Wow, ain't you about fit to burst?"
oh yeah, that's a Pennsylvania.
And I
talk,
was
think.
like, "Geez, Louise."
Yeah.
She goes, "I got 2 months left," and then she goes, "Oh, well, let me tell you something.
It only gets worse.
The 8th month is the worst month."
Thank
Oh,
you.
boy.
Thanks,
And it's
lady.
like, "Thanks,
I'm right
lady."
on the.
She's like,
I'm right on the
she's like,
cusp.
all of them were bad, but the 8th one,
Yeah.
that's the worst one. And then a woman who's behind Kate
You want free
goes,
pickles on your sandwich?
she goes, "Enjoy it while you can." It's just like all these
Ominous.
like ominous ones, and then there's a
third.
crazy dude by where she works that like is always panhandling and asking for money and stuff, and
Both
what
panhandling.
goes up to Kate and just doesn't ask for money and just goes, "Have a good birth." Just like,
I mean, it's right up there with thanks for serving. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
people come up to you and say thanks for serving into the military, and then
Well,
and they do
have a good birth.
I
Have a
shouldn't
good
have.
birth.
I shouldn't have worn
It's gonna
that
be a
fake
girl.
Operation Iraqi Freedom jacket all over New York.
Well, it's because you love the A Team. Murder, She Wrote. Exterior shots of Cabot Cove were filmed in Mendocino, California,
What?
and but it was named after the actual Bay Harbor Inlet in Kennebunkport, Maine.
Maine.
There you go. Nobody wins.
Yeah, nobody
Seems
wins.
like it's
Thanks
fair.
very much.
Yeah.
I just think a good PSA is to take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy when you see a pregnant person.
Caitlin and I
or
talked
like
about
look at
this.
it and be like, "Oh man, you're pregnant." Like I'm going to tell you,
Positive.
you're pregnant. I had a terrible pregnancy. Oh man, like we almost lost the baby. It was like a 3-day labor.
But then the
all
baby's
these things
great.
happen. I'm sure it's not going to happen to you.
Yeah, that's not how.
But it just elicits
yeah.
this like.
Oh, you taking a plane to Florida? I had a bad plane flight once. I threw up all over. Fucking plane crashed in Georgia
Potato
and then
salad.
came back up.
No, the Wawa potato salad. No, that's not good for pregnant people.
When you and I did the HQ trivia appearance a couple
Oh
weeks
yeah.
back.
Shout out to that. That was
Shout
fun.
out to HQ.
Thanks to everybody involved, especially the people who didn't know that I was comparing Nick Gallo to Nickelodeon.
See, another reason why that interaction wasted 30 minutes of your life.
No, even less.
15 minutes of your life.
I was talking to Kate about how pregnant women's bodies are perceived to be public property because I didn't fully flesh this out, but we give a physical intimacy that people will unsolicited sometimes come up and touch pregnant women's bellies.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And you noticed this.
Yeah.
I didn't do it to Adele. Obviously Adele and I had a special situation there. She was kind of really mad at me, so I didn't touch her belly as much, and I had to be invited to touch her belly. But
Right.
I just noticed this in my cousins getting pregnant and stuff like that, and people around, just when someone is pregnant. And I now am I smile at kids. I don't know if I smiled at kids before, but now I have a kid. So when I see people walking down the street with a kid, I tend to smile at the kid, especially if the kid looks like it's having fun. If the kid doesn't look like it's having fun, I'll maybe make a face at the kid.
Push him over or something. Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna
Hey, kid, the metal part of that curb looks really slippery. Watch out. So, yeah, no real like word for what it is, but we consider pregnant women's bodies to be like, just if you notice the way that women are treated in this way, it's something that everybody feels compelled to that unsolicited to volunteer your advice. You're gonna be great. It's gonna be a boy. I can tell you're about to drop this and that. And I have to struggle with this where, Adele's a doula, so I have to struggle with like not going up to pregnant women being like, need some. I got a doula for you.
Oh, you're looking? Yeah,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I've never done that because say to Adele, hey, that could be a sale. You know what I mean? Like she has a certain obvious respect for people's bodies like that where you wouldn't want to. And anyway, she gets fun with word of mouth. So. It's weird.
It's like you don't go up and pet dogs unannounced. Why would you come up and touch a belly?
It's a very similar thing.
Yeah.
I don't know because the pregnant belly can't smell your hand first of all.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, and the pregnant belly can't bite you.
I've seen baby faces poking out from the bellies, smelling.
I think you talk about A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
Oh, right.
Talk about the Dream Warriors, which was a great fucking movie.
That was a good one.
What a rush.
One of my it's an incredible franchise that show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
That movie. Gentlemen, what else we want to wrap this whole little big episode up? This little big one.
If you have
Big Trouble in Little China.
Exactly.
If you have ideas for the Tan Lantern, let us know at 347-470-8150. Unsolicited pregnancy advice for Kate and Danny. Maybe fake account numbers
fake
for the scammers.
If you're looking for a good PIN number and the last 4 digits of a social, give us a call at 347-470-8150 and tell us where you want us to give false information in your name.
And we will.
Because we will.
We will.
We definitely will.
If you contribute at patreon.com/ the adventures of Danny and Mike or Danny and Mike, whatever it's called, we will also hurt telemarketers for you. We will visit them and we will physically hurt them.
Physically hurt them?
Yeah, we'll physically hurt them.
I don't think that's where we draw the line. I don't want to get in trouble.
Well, we'll physically hurt them with sound.
The line's
we don't
going to
have
be
to touch
a 2x4 and we're going to beat the shit out of them.
Oh, wow, like Walking Tall.
Yeah. Check us out on Twitch. We're new to Twitch. Username Danny and Mike with Dan spelled out.
Twitch.tv.
Patreon.com/Danny and Mike.
If you want to call and offer Jeremy and guest a ride out to Hempstead to listen to some opportunities, let us know at 347-470-8150.
Check us out on the Last Podcast Network, lastpodcastnetwork.com/shows. You can check out all their great content there.
Such as a story may be told.
Must be told. It must be.
Oh, I was more permissible.
Yes.
This was our first. This was our first show.
It must be.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Story might be told occasionally.
And you can find this guy right here at Michael C. Morona on the Twitter, at D. Tamborelli on the Twitter, at Danny Tamborelli on the Instas. And I am at Remy Balin on most things, Jeremy Balin at some things. And that's, I think it's going to wrap up this little
Check out Jeremy's new song coming out on the Half Nelson soundtrack.
Reissue.
Because it's coming out on the Criterion collection.
That's right.
Laserdisc.
In quadraphonic sound.
It's blue, quadra blue. It's four Blu-rays playing at the same time.
Here's what it sounds like when a hagfish slams. The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by me, Jeremy Balin. This podcast is part of the Last Podcast Network, which can be found at